Welcome to God's Barn. I'm Al Buhrke, and today I have my friend Pastor Todd Mozingo with me, and we've got some questions and some subjects we're going to deal with. Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you very much for inviting me. We do indeed have some questions, and these are things I think people commonly ask, and you're going to get answers on God's Barn. So if that appeals to you, hit subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and it's free. So today, in this crazy world of politics, there's this constant debate over global warming. What should we do about global warming? Are we going to destroy the earth? Does man have any control over end times? What's your thoughts on global warming?
Okay, they use global warming for their political end to eliminate world population. They want to bring the world down to 4 billion from 8 billion. So they're using that as a political tool. But the reality is, you've got to look at this. What are they doing? But I look at my own life, okay? I moved here to Stuart, Florida, like 40 years ago. And when I came here from New York, I still brought my winter coat because I had it. And for the first 4 or 5 years that I lived here, I used it every winter.
Okay.
And then one winter, it was hot right through the winter, and I haven't worn that thing in 30 years. I still have it. So I'm sitting here going, I think it is getting warmer. And I'm just going by my personal life. That's all I can do. I can't check the weather. I can't trust them. They're liars like crazy. I can't trust them. Did you see the one where they put the buoys out in the ocean back in 2006?
Yes.
And it was showing that the world was cooling off, so they took them out.
Yes.
They're just liars. So I can only go by my own life. And then it seemed like, I don't know, after we got here for a while, there was months and months and months of gorgeous weather. It was embarrassing. And it doesn't do that anymore. It's just hot all the time. It was early March, and it was 87 degrees out here. Mm-hmm. So at 87 degrees, I got to figure something's warming up. So, and not only that, when I moved to Stuart some 40 years ago, the old timers that lived here said it used to snow.
Really?
Yeah. And not all the time, you know what I mean? A little bit of snow. And you can go down the county courthouse, and they have photographs in there, big, enlarged photographs of Stuart back in the 20s. And they got one sitting in there with the Tin Lizzies, and you can see the tire tracks, and it's 6 inches of snow.
Wow.
And you can see it's a wet snow. It's a warm snow. You can tell by the photo. Doesn't matter. A lot colder. So
if I'm hearing this correctly, you're agreeing with
that it's warming up.
Okay.
I agree.
Right.
I agree that it's warming up.
Got it.
Okay. Now, I will say, they're saying like, well, if it goes 1 degree, you'll never grow a tomato. Really? you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. They say the world is heating up because of emissions, carbon footprint, going up into the atmosphere. And they say it's doing that because we have too many people, we have too much pollution, too many emissions. That's wrong. The reason why the earth is heating up is because the earth was conceived in love. When God created the earth, he did it in his love, and he put Adam and Eve here in his love to operate in love. And what's happening now is, as the sin level grows on the earth is reeling from that. And it's heating up. It just can't take it anymore. The earth is getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And from the heavy sin of mankind. That's my take on the whole subject. Okay. I wouldn't argue that it's getting warmer. I would just say the reason's wrong. God would give us the information to keep it cool, or to keep the earth operating properly if the earth wasn't so full of sin right now.
So you're taking the approach that all creation moans.
Yes.
Groans for the sons of the Father to be revealed, but you're saying that moaning and groaning and creaking is creating an environment that's heating things up.
The earth is heating up over all this sin. When I was a kid, right, in the 50s, I think about the different society.
Oh my goodness.
My wife was telling me that they lived in Brooklyn, and she said when she was a little girl, she would take the baby carriage with her younger sister, and they would park it in front of the stores and go in the store.
Yep.
And then come out and get the carriage and go. Do you imagine doing that today?
Nope.
And I was thinking about that all my life, my entire life. All I ever saw was America going down morally, degradation from day one. Now, maybe prosperity goes up and down, but morally, it's going down and down and down. And that's why, and the whole world is.
Clearly, we were in a conversation much like this a few days ago, talking about the difference in things 50 years ago and today. In a simple, maybe odd comparison, I remember as a child watching TV and seeing a Playtex bra commercial.
Oh.
Remember they used to have the half mannequins and they'd say it's a cross your heart bra?
Oh, yeah.
And now you have Victoria's Secret shows. Okay. So the moral slide of what we think is presentable and what we don't, definitely very evident in what we see in television. My goodness, there used to be 5 channels and now it's 500 channels.
Yeah.
And a lot of those you got to stay away from. But in this conversation about global warming, one of the takes I've always had that I think agrees with what you're saying is, who are we to believe that we have control over when the end will come? Who are we to believe that we can subvert God's timetable and destroy it sooner than he intended?
Right. Yeah. Well, no, that one went by him. He didn't. Oh my God, he didn't catch that. He's like, how'd you guys do that?
You guys are flying jets and you're killing this place. No, it's going to end early.
You know, Joyce Meyer said God had told her to do something, and I don't remember the whole story, but she said, oh God, what if I miss you? What if I miss you? And God said, don't worry, I'll find you. It's not that hard for him to do that.
Absolutely.
So, and I think God would and could easily give us what we need to do, because I do think the emissions are contributing to it, but he would show us what to do and not do. That's not an issue. He could clean up the environment, change everything just like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yes, I do believe that we are heating up. I'm only saying I see it in my own life from when I was young. And I remember as a kid living in New York with snow like crazy and cold. And now they're up there going, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But I know living here in Florida for the last 40 some odd years, it was a lot. I remember going to work with a winter coat on.
Yeah.
And then, by midday, you took that off and you had a sweatshirt.
Right.
But by 4 or 5 o'clock, that coat was back on. And I remember when I moved here way back, going to my mother's house, it was so cold week after week. And I said to my mother, I said, Mom, we didn't move far enough south.
Okay.
I can't say that anymore. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
Thank you all for watching, and we appreciate you checking us out. And go to the hit that subscribe button, as Todd said. And we've got all kind of good end times information. Thanks for watching.